Everyone talks about hitting six figures, $100,000 in your account, becoming a millionaire. That's the so-called holy grail of financial milestones. It's the number you see all over social media, in books, in flashy YouTube thumbnails. It's the dream people chase for years. However, the truth is, those numbers aren't the ones that change your life the most. Not even close. It's not $100,000. It's not $75,000. It's not even $25,000. The real breakthrough happens much earlier, at your very first $10,000. Now, you might be thinking, really? Just 10K? Yes, and let me explain why. According to Bankrate, nearly 60% of Americans can't even cover a $1,000 emergency expense. Half the country lives paycheck to paycheck, and the average savings rate in the US is barely scraping 5%. That means for most people, hitting 5 figures in savings isn't just rare, it's life-changing. Because when your account balance shifts from 4 digits to 5, something happens. All of a sudden, you're not just surviving, you're proving to yourself that you have what it takes, that you can stay disciplined, that you can build wealth even with life's expenses pulling against you. You start to learn what wealth is really about. That first $10,000 flips everything. Your confidence, your mindset, the way opportunities start to show up, the way you carry yourself financially. It's the moment money stops controlling you, and you finally start controlling money. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why $10,000 is the milestone that changes everything, and the 7 life-shifting reasons why reaching it might just be the smartest financial move you'll ever make. Reason number 1, hitting 10,000 shatters a massive mental barrier. For the first time, you're not looking at 4 digits in your account. You're seeing 5. And that changes the way you see yourself, your habits, and your financial future. It's also proof that you've built real financial habits, the kind that set you up for long-term wealth. Because let's be honest, for most people, staying stuck in the 4-figure range is the norm. Think about it. According to SoFi, the average salary in America is about $66,000 a year. If you're paid every 2 weeks, that's roughly $2,293 per paycheck. Now, even if you're super disciplined and save 20% of your income, which is already a lot, that's only about $458 saved every 2 weeks. After rent, bills, groceries, and life expenses, most people don't even come close to saving that much. And if you're carrying debt or you have poor money habits, it's almost guaranteed you'll stay stuck in that 4-figure zone, struggling to break out. That's why hitting your first $10,000 is such a powerful milestone. It proves you've done the work, built the discipline, and managed to save despite life's expenses. That number isn't just money in the bank, it's momentum, it's confidence. And it gives you the belief that if you can hit 10,000, you can keep going to 25,000, 50,000, or even 100,000. And that leads us to reason number 2. Once you've got $10,000, the magic of compounding finally starts to kick in. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. And for good reason. It's the moment your money starts working for you, instead of you always working for money. If there's one takeaway from this video, it's this. Do everything you can to get your money compounding as early as possible. That's how wealth is built long-term. Take Warren Buffett, for example. Today, he's worth well over $150 billion. But here's the mind-blowing part. About 98 to 99% of his net worth came after he turned 65. That's the power of compounding. Once the snowball starts rolling, it grows faster and faster. Here's a simple example. Let's say you save $1,000 a year and invest it at a 7% return. It would take you about 7.5 years to hit $10,000. But here's where it gets interesting. Reaching your next $10,000 wouldn't take another 7 years. It would only take about 5. Why? Because your first $10,000 is now earning money on its own, shaving years off your timeline. Now, I'll be honest. Nobody wants to wait 7 years just to hit $10,000. The smarter play is to stay disciplined, increase your income, and save aggressively so you can hit that milestone within 1 to 2 years. Because once you cross it, you finally get to enjoy the real benefits of compounding. And that's when your wealth-building journey truly takes off. Reason number 3 is confidence. Having $10,000 in the bank changes how you feel about money. Here's the thing. There's a big misconception out there. Social media makes it look like everyone is a millionaire with endless passive income streams. Even on YouTube, you'll see videos titled, "How I Made 100,000," "How I Saved 1 million," or 5 million by 30. But the reality is very different. In fact, 59% of Americans can't even cover a $1,000 emergency expense. Nearly half live paycheck to paycheck. And the average savings rate in the US is only about 4.6%. So let's be real. For the average person, $10,000 is still a lot of money. It's a milestone worth aspiring to. And when you hit it, it's something to be genuinely proud of. Because moving from 4 digits to 5 isn't just about numbers. It's proof that you can do this. And that confidence gives you the fuel to keep climbing toward bigger goals, like 25K, 50K, and even 100K. Reason number 4, emergencies. One of the biggest reasons $10,000 is life-changing is simple. It covers almost every emergency life can throw at you. Think of it as your personal insurance policy. You hope you never need it, but when life happens, and it always does, that money is there to protect you. Most surprise expenses aren't 5-figure disasters. They're usually under $1,000, sometimes $2,000 or $3,000 at most. Rarely do they go beyond $10,000. Let me give you an example. I've tracked my expenses for years, and my single biggest emergency wasn't even medical. It was a car repair. The bill came out to $2,286, way more than the $500 I'd expected. Now, if I only had $3,000 in savings, that one expense would have wiped me out. But with $10,000 in the bank, it was a hit, not a financial disaster. That's the power of this milestone. With $10,000 set aside, you don't have to panic when life throws you a curveball. You know you're covered. And when you're covered, you can sleep better at night. Reason number 5 is freedom of choice. Once you have $10,000 saved, you can finally be pickier about the opportunities you take. Before hitting that milestone, financial pressure often forces you into decisions you don't really want to make. You might feel stuck saying yes to jobs, side hustles, or deals just because you need the money. But with a cushion, everything changes. You can negotiate with confidence, take calculated risks, and pursue opportunities that actually align with your long-term goals instead of acting out of desperation. Even in everyday life, this shift shows up. When you're barely scraping by, you're always chasing the cheapest option. Low-quality shoes that wear out in months, groceries that are filling but unhealthy, or skipping conveniences just to save a few dollars. But once you have $10,000 set aside, your mindset flips. You stop asking, "What's the cheapest?" and start asking, "What's the best value?" That might mean investing in a durable pair of shoes that lasts years instead of months, or choosing healthier food that gives you energy and focus. These small shifts are powerful because they change how you see money. Not as a constant limitation, but as a tool that works for you. Reason number 6, clarity and mental freedom. Now let's talk about the mental side of money. Most people live in a constant state of low-level financial stress. It's the background noise in their life. The silent worry about bills, the fear of overdrafting, the hesitation before every purchase. That constant stress eats away at more than your wallet. It drains your focus, your energy, even your creativity. Psychologists call this the scarcity mindset. When money is always tight, your brain gets stuck in survival mode. You're too busy thinking about how to get through the month to think about how to grow over the next 5 years. But once you hit $10,000, something powerful happens. That noise begins to fade. You're no longer paralyzed by small expenses or terrified of surprise bills. You're no longer just surviving. You're stable. And with that stability comes clarity. You gain the mental space to think strategically instead of desperately. You can plan, invest, and make decisions based on your long-term goals instead of your short-term fears. That clarity is the foundation for building real wealth, because for the first time, You're not controlled by money. You're in control of it. Reason number 7 is that $10,000 unlocks your first real investment opportunities. Before hitting this milestone, your options are limited. With only $1,000 or $2,000 saved, most of that money has to sit in the bank to cover emergencies. And even if you invest a little, say $100 here or there, a 10% return is just $10. It's good practice, but it's not going to change your financial life. At $10,000, though, the game changes. Now you can make moves that actually matter. You can buy full shares of index funds or ETFs, contribute meaningfully to a retirement account like a Roth IRA, or even seed a small side hustle that generates real income. But here's the deeper benefit. It's not just about the money you make, it's about the mindset shift that happens when you watch your money working for you. Seeing dividends roll in, watching your portfolio grow, or realizing your side hustle paid for your rent this month. That does something powerful to your confidence. It's the moment you stop thinking of yourself as someone who just saves money and start seeing yourself as an investor. And that identity shift is one of the most important steps toward long-term wealth. So many good things happen once you cross that first $10,000 mark. If you've already hit it, I'd love to hear in the comments how it changed your perspective. And if you haven't yet, don't worry. Let this be proof that it's possible and that your financial life really can change when you get there. If you want a clear game plan on how to save your first $10,000 as fast as possible, check out my video right here where I break it all down step by step. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in that video or in the next one on this channel.